Now, I think everybody who knows me knows that I am competitive, mostly with myself though than I am with other people. But that tends to also be one of the hardest things for me is I have a very, very, very high expectation of performance and the performance that leads to the results. What you may not know is that when it comes to seeing myself on camera, I hate it. I hate being in pictures. I hate being on filmage that I'm watching. Like, I can be in front of a huge audience, 400, 500 people, no problem. I can, prance my happy little ass up on a stage for a figure competition in front of how many ever people are in the audience, no big deal. But whip out a camera and I hate it. And right now, this thing is pointed at me. So I'm watching myself while I'm filming it. And I'm telling you, I am like tripping out inside of my brain. But part of the reason for these little we call them vlogs, it was a challenge which was put out by somebody named Gary Vee. Maybe you guys know him. But when I started to make that business shift to move to an online platform, it had been going on for several years. Like, I had hosted, I think I had 5 websites going at one time and I was having a problem not only driving traffic, but once traffic went to the websites, I was having a problem with sales conversions. So a lot of what I'm starting to do now started like a long time ago. But through that process, I started looking for coaches and mentors. And that's the purpose of this, is that Gary is huge in terms of social media. He's a phenomenal businessman, but he put up a challenge not long ago, and he had mentioned the fact that when you're trying to make a stronger presence, in this case, social media or whatever, is to make sure that you're doing video clips every single day, that you're putting content out every single day. I think for a year was the challenge. And the only reason I've been doing it is because it was seriously, for me, one of my biggest fears. But just like when I went down to the emergency room and I knew that I had 2 weak spots with my nursing care, trauma and pediatrics, because I came from a cardiac floor, that was my weak spot, that I made sure that I spent, I think, a year. My first year in the ER was strictly in trauma and strictly in pediatrics, mostly, so that I could get up to speed in terms of that. And that's how it's always been. And with the figure competitions, it was the same thing, that I had a fear of being in a bathing suit period at the beach, and that just took it to the next level. So whatever it is that you are facing that you are fearful of, a couple things. Number one, find somebody who's doing what you want to do and watch not only what they do, but do what they say, right? Because that's going to expedite your success like there's no tomorrow. But then after that, it's being consistent. And no matter what the endeavor is, through that consistency, just like you train in a gym, just like you train, I don't know, to be a nurse or, whatever it is that you are, an accountant or something, it gets easier because you start to develop habits. And then, like right now, your heart isn't beating so fast and you have that inner confidence in you. So, got it.